Alright everyone, Shikai Hokan here is... Camera is not working. Oh boy. Let's start that. Alright everyone, Shikai Hogan here, reporting for the trial. So, it's been quite a bit since the last time I do a device trial. The last time is obviously just yesterday, but the trial itself last time was talking about the Fury Cube M30, but I haven't really done enough testing so far because I was busy doing other things and barely play any shooter games, so that's something that I need to go back to be honest. So anyhow, for today we do have something that's honestly I'm kind of curious because one, the controller that I'm supposed to do the review of the trial is not fixable, as you can see from last Thursday. And two, I just want to start to go back to reviewing stuff again. So, kind of trying to make some excuse. Well, three, I want a controller specifically for mobile gaming, and we mostly emulator stuff on phones, so yeah. So yeah, I decided to get this 8BitDo Ultimate 2C because, well, I happened to talk to Jonah the other day about some controller, and I'm kind of curious about the situation, this particular controller, so I just go for it. So you know what, without spending too much time here, let's just go on to the table. Alright, as you can see right here, we have the controller, which is this right here. This is the 8BitDo Ultimate 2C. Not to be confused with the 8BitDo Ultimate, or not to be confused with 8BitDo Ultimate 2. Yes, that's right, they have different versions and they are similarly named, annoyingly enough. What's up with 8BitDo in terms of naming? I have no idea, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is the wireless version, because there is a wired version, by the way. And this is the Black Myth Wukong edition. Looks pretty nice and all. Pretty simple looking stuff, but I'll get to the difference with the Ultimate 2 later. And it does comes with, well, an instruction manual, which is, it's fine. And where is the other stuff going on? Because I already unboxed it technically, simply because it's easier that way, in my opinion, because I buy extra stuff. It comes with a cable, obviously, more USB-C, and a dongle, 2.4 hertz, 2.4 gigahertz dongle. It's pretty nice. It doesn't come with the case, by the way. This is just me buying it previously for the Pro 2. But let's put that aside for now. I haven't really opened this one, so at least you guys have to see how this looks like. But yeah, it's pretty much only comes with this stuff. And of course, the box is featuring Wukong from Black Myth Wukong. There you go. Classic 8BitDo style USB brick, which is, you know, kind of cute to be honest. And really separated in terms of looks compared to the others, so it's really nice. Yeah, there's a power button here, by the way. If you can see it, there's a power button right there, so you can, if in case you cannot really pair it, or for whatever reason the dongle doesn't want to pair properly, this is what you do. Just pair it with, press it and also pair it, and you should be good to go. And yeah, let me just put this on the PC right now, because we're going to do the controller test on PC first, obviously. I want to try something else as well today. So yeah, let me switch to the 2.4 GHz. Yeah, this is how you switch the mode. Immediately connected. Wow, that's really fast. Doesn't even take any time. That's great. But yeah, we do have this right now, so let's see. First impression, this looks pretty simple. Standard Xbox layout. Obviously different than the Pro 2 right here. Because, yeah, the Pro 2 is based on... well, at first it's based on SNES controller, but then they added a bunch of stuff, and it ended up looking more like PlayStation 2 controller, in my opinion. Well, the layout is obviously a bit different, but yeah. But they still have a similar trigger travel, by the way, funnily enough, which I'll talk about in a bit. But first impression, button is membrane. The face button is membrane, but it's pretty nice. Like, I mean, because this is new, it's obviously really firm, right? Analog is actually Hall effect, not TMR, just Hall effect. So technically, this is me downgrading if I decided to go with this as my main, since I already have the Cyclone 2 from Gamster, right? What else on here? We have the plus minus. Yeah, obviously this is, funnily enough, this icon is still using the Nintendo style, but the placement of the face button, it's actually following the the Xbox layout. Because if it follows the Nintendo layout, it will be like this, with B here, A, X, Y. This one is A, B, X, Y. So it might get confusing if you previously used the Pro 2 or any Nintendo controller and suddenly you want to use this. But then again, it is what it is. Also, this Black Myth Wukong special edition looks pretty fitting for my table, really. Like, I mean, well, I know it's Wakamo. She's not a monkey, but you know, the red and the black, yeah. So I really wish my mouse is red. Still trying to find one that is just in the price range. Nice trim, feel tension, pretty alright. I mean, if I compare it with this is much more tension, but this is still Alps potentiometer module inside, so this eventually will drift. Tension is much better though with the potentiometer based one so far, because this Hall effect. I think, okay, I'm going to pick up my other controller as well, which so we could compare it while we're here. Yeah, this one is a little it still have more tension than this, that's for sure. I don't know, maybe that's just me. No, actually it's about the same. So D-pad, ooh, okay, this felt pretty good. This is much better than the D-pad on Pro 2. Pro 2 feels really squishy, but again, this is a bit older at this point. But for the most part, this felt good. Let me try this. I haven't been using D-pad a while. This is much more clickier. I know this is kind of on a different level because this is a cut cost version of the actual 8BitDo Ultimate, by the way, which I'll talk about the difference in a bit. Shoulder button, very satisfying. This is the sound, by the way. Sounds very good, right? That's also... Oh yeah, by the way, we have another shoulder button here right underneath, right beside the trigger as well. Very nice. Trigger... I mean... Very short. It's kind of on the shorter end of the travel, in my opinion. But it's usable, to be honest. I tried driving in Forza Horizon 4 before with the Pro 2. This is pretty much the same travel. Actually... Probably a bit of a longer travel on Pro 2. Yeah, actually, Pro 2 has a longer travel. Huh. I guess it's because the positioning, but I don't know. But yeah, start select. This is the button setup menu or macro menu. Well, I don't really remember, but let me check the guide since this is a good time to show you what we have for the guide. Similar issue with the one that I had before from Cyclone, but at least with Cyclone, I could just fold it to what I want to see. But yeah, it has that kind of map instruction menu. So this is a mapping button for the two action button, the two shoulder button, the two extra shoulder button, and the star button. It's something else. They just say star, but usually it's either a macro or turbo. So in order for you to configure some of the stuff, obviously you press this according to here. Mapping button will blink continuously when the configured button is pressed. Hold the L for plus the button you would like to configure. Okay. Before we go there, actually, let's just go into where is it? Gamepad tester to show what it has. Okay, desktop mode. Video capture device. Gimme. Thank you. Oh, not that. I don't want to open that. Okay, there it is. Ah, this is player 2. Okay then. So far it's pretty good. Everything works just fine, pretty responsive. But again, this two button is not mapped by default, but it's right there. Ooh, okay. It seems like a square shape, looks of it. I think we'll have to look on that. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, it's interesting enough. Pretty basic setup. I haven't calibrated this, and there doesn't seem to be a way to calibrate the Hall effect in this case. I don't know why, because the instruction manual doesn't say anything about calibration. Just the connection. Well, that's something. Same thing with the other side. Which is kind of weird, because in the case of my other thing here, well, this is active without the zero death zone, so of course it's gonna be really perfect for the most part. Does it has Hall effect? Yes. Fortunately, this one do use Hall effect, but I don't know how to do it as in like the other thing. But okay, if I try to do this, by the way, apparently I can set it to zero death zone mode. But there it is. The rumble is on, and now it's on zero death zone mode. Circle levity is still pretty much, yeah, but movement is much more refined from the look of it. Well, that's nice. But yeah, it's not really calibrated properly, so unless I found a way to calibrate this, I don't think I would use the zero death zone mode, because it's not really centered, as you can see. Which is, I need to find a way for that. Let's just turn it off for now. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, because I know this is the budget version to the ultimate, but really? At least let us know how to calibrate the Hall effect stick so it goes a lot better. Maybe there is one of those macro that I could do, but I don't know. Because I checked the Reddit, I'm not sure when it is, but it doesn't have the calibration mode for it. But anyhow, let's just test this. Some death zone at the start, and the increment is pretty quick. I mean, with the other one, I'm on in button mode, but if I just turn it off, I could be more refined, but that's because it has a longer travel distance compared to this. For whatever reason, they decided to shorten the trigger travel in this version. So yeah, but so far it felt good. But one thing that we haven't touched is the L4R4 configuration, which is this two small button. So what do I want to do is press this. I have to press continue until it blinks. Okay, that's how it works. It has a small indicator here, kind of hard to see. But basically, you hold the button that you want to indicate, and then the button that you want to put in there. It will blink, and now it's active. So now I have basically L3, R3 on the L4 and R4. I know it's weird, but whatever, right? But yeah, the difference between this compared to the Ultimate 2, by the way, is that one has no back button. So Okay, let's go to the main camera here, the table camera. There is no back button down here. So there is, it's just empty here now. It's like old school controller, which is, you know, could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. Because in the case of my experience with Pro 2, I keep accidentally press the back button by accident. But the worst thing that I don't know why they decided to do it, but they removed the capability of using a dock at all, because there is small pin. Just imagine this is the regular Ultimate 2 version. Like, it should have some female pressure pin like this for it, right? But it doesn't have any. The regular Ultimate 2 do has, and also regular Ultimate 2 has more modes for kind of like the same with this, where there is switch, Apple, D input, and X input. D input is for mobile, by the way, in this case. And the worst part, if you love FPS games, this thing has no gyro. You just want the regular Ultimate 2 for the gyro sensor. Yeah, just at the right time, Dusky just found the information as well. So, yeah. I don't know if the Ultimate 2 has the TMR or not. Let me check actually. Just in case. Because sometimes some controller with this similar naming, because I've just seen a video about a Fantech EOS controller, the newer version. One version over the other has different module inside. One using the Hall effect, the other one is using TMR. So it's becoming more like one of those car trim naming that gets really confusing, you know? Like, I know you want to make it less or more, but come on, man. Make it easier to understand. Oh yeah, also it doesn't have the hair trigger mode. Because the Ultimate 2 version do has a trigger mode to become to turn the analog here correcting to shorter travel distance with the hair trigger mode. So yeah. Let me check the joystick module. Where is it? Joystick. Yeah, the Ultimate 2 wireless has TMR. And the funny part is, if you get the 2.4 GHz controller, the bumper is actually silicone or membrane, if you want to call it that way. While for whatever reason, the Ultimate 2C got the tactile. The same case with the 2 wireless for some reason. But yeah. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, none of the Ultimate series seems to have console compatibility. Interesting. That's really confusing. Look. Let me just show you actually here. Like, what? I thought it had multiple mode. And 2.4 GHz instead of Switch, it goes to Raspberry Pi. What? I'm confused. Yeah, this controller series is really confusing. And yeah, the only one that has the gyro is the Ultimate 2 wireless, by the way. But yeah, for some reason, this one is the one that has iOS and macOS support. What? This is so confusing. What? The naming is so close to each other and you don't even know which one is which. So if you don't even check the website. 8BitDo, I'm just gonna... I love your product, but this is kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the 2C doesn't have the back button, but the 2.4 GHz doesn't have the fast bumper, which is this one. What the fuck? Oh my god, why? And also this one doesn't have software support because like the other two has Ultimate Software and Ultimate Software version 2. But if you have to be clear, the best version is obviously the Ultimate 2 Wireless, so you want to go for that, not the 2C. 2C is basically the cut cost version. So I really doubt I can call it that way because there is also cost-cutting measure as well with the 2.4 GHz version. I like BitDo. Also, the 2.4 GHz adapter is different on the wireless version as well. Why? You know what? That's enough complaining. How about we test it on some real games, yeah? Where do we start though? I guess we should start with the fighting game. Because fighting games do shows the motion input on the training mode, so... Give me a second. Fighting game. What do I pick? Probably Idle Showdown, really. Well, there is 2 fighting games that I'll be using it to showcase today, but let's start with the simpler one. I said simpler one, but really, fighting games isn't that simple when you actually start to go really deep into it. But if you're just a beginner, it's pretty simple. Just press button, guys. Trust me, it works. Hello, Jonah! Oh, you just missed the comparison. So yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I completely forgot this is in online mode. Like... Okay, give me a second, yeah? Give me a second. But yeah, basically what you want to get is the Ultimate 2 Wireless, because that's the best option that you can get. Busy horse racing. I see. Because there is a lot of cost-cutting measure on this version that you practically cannot really future-proof yourself. Oh, by the way, this one doesn't have the slotting for the mobile phone clip if you want to use it on mobile games. So that's another thing to keep that in mind in case you want to use this as a mobile gaming controller. So I don't say you cannot really use it though, because funnily enough you can. Just a bit limited, you know? Let me just turn on the game. It's just, yeah, it's just so weird, dude. Nope, it's for PC games. Well, regardless, you still want to get the Ultimate 2 wireless version because it has a much better feature set and stuff. So, you know, value-wise, it's still a lot better if you just go for the PC version. The Ultimate 2 wireless. The Ultimate 2.4 gigahertz is really weird cost-cutting measure. Not sure why they do it, but they did it. But they do have more compatibility to Mac OS for some reason. Mac OS and iOS, I don't know why you would want to play games on those, but you do you. It's an option. Did you mod it to receive phone call via the Bluetooth? I don't mod anything. I just got it today, by the way, Survival Freeman. But yeah, I don't know if you could do it, but why would you want to pick up a call when you just can touch the screen? Well, since you're already looking at the screen anyway. Right? Oh, my other controller just shut itself down. Are you serious? I can only press buttons with my player 1 button. Okay, fine games, fine. Training. Let's go to the training room. Oh, I cannot use my other controller? What do you mean? Okay, let's exit the game for now. That's just weird. It's already connected. It's pressing buttons. Let me try to reconnect everything. Now it's opening big pictures. Okay. Oh, it's a mess already. But yeah, John, honestly, there is so much less feature that, especially if you want to play FPS games for some reason, of just shooter games in general, if you just want to use the gyro, the other two version doesn't even have that. Only the Ultimate 2 Wireless that has it. So yeah, but honestly, the button feels nice. So that's nice. If you want to do with this, at least you know it's gonna feel nice. Because I do think it's really nice. It has a microphone and it's possible. Now the button, it even says 8BitDo Ultimate 2C Wireless Wukong. They even specifically says it like it's the Wukong version. Is it possible to add the gyro system? No, that's a hardware stuff. Because this is just the regular version. Oh, why do I use Ina last time? Oh, right, it's Chap's character. I'm not used to this, by the way, so don't expect too much of me. Button is really nice, but I need to switch to Fubuki because I can see the kind of move that I usually does. But yeah, it's hardware stuff. Like there's a lot of cost cutting. By the way, the Ultimate 2 also has a dock, right? But they remove it on this version, so you cannot use the dock at all. Like, they cannot remove it. I can't believe that. They just, you know what, cost-cutting measure, just remove it. Like, they make a different mod for that. Okay. The 2C is budget version, yes! But that's exactly what I'm aiming, by the way. Size is kind of small, in my opinion. I mean, if I compare with my Gamser, I'm much more comfortable, mostly because it's much more angled and has a bit more edge to the side. This one is a bit more straight. Okay, let's see. It's very tactile. The D-pad is very tactile, and I can tell when I go into diagonal. Oh yeah, I forgot this game doesn't have DP. But I still can do it. Ooh. This is pretty good. This D-pad is actually pretty good. Okay. I tried to do the DP motion on the top left here, as you can see. It's pretty clean. Look at this. Okay, this one is me messing up, but... It's pretty good. Sounds like you're using the very default PlayStation controller. Yes, but it has this. So I could use R3L3 through this if I want to. I like how the button is blinking continuously. But yeah, quarter circle is always nice. 720s, I don't do that to begin with. I don't even do that on my arcade stick because I suck at full circle. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Look at that input. It's been a while since I found a D-pad that is this good. Because the last D-pad that feels good doing motion input that I used was years ago when I have the Xbox One controller. In my opinion, that was good. Because this one, it's a bit hard to feel sometimes, but it's fine. Pretty good though. I completely forgot they just removed the ability to do that. Movement feels really nice here. Yeah. Movement is very accurate. I like it. The D-pad is really good. With the analog? Yeah, I mean it's analog. Probably would be better if we play something like action game. So let's move on to the next game. Fast. Let me switch up real quick. What do I have for that? That's the question. Why is there a small update on Strinova? Obviously, I'm not gonna test it on FPS because it doesn't have gyro. I could test this because I haven't actually reviewed this, by the way, for a while now. Let's see. Do I have anything that is... Oh, why do I uninstall Gunner Breaker? No, I uninstall God Eater. Quick test on Gunner Breaker, maybe? No, those Nest could work. Honestly, this is probably one of the games that I could use gyro, really, to adjust my aim a little bit, but... Yeah. What is gyro in a controller? It's basically where you a control system where you just move your controller to make some kind of movement. Usually for the camera, for the most part, that's how people use it. Sometimes people try to use it on bloody driving games. I don't recommend it, obviously. But yeah, so you can do something like this and it can adjust your aim a little bit to the left. You tilt the other side, it does the same thing as well. Yeah, it's kind of like Wii Remote, if you know what that is. Or, you know, when you use a phone, you tilt your phone to the side, it flips to the other side. That's also using gyro, by the way. Okay, it's a bit laggy. Been a while. I'm not gonna continue there yet because that's gonna be another day for of. But yeah, as you can see, movement, it's there. I could move slowly, I could move fast until it hits the limiter for the character. In this case, movement, I could move really slowly. Faster, faster, faster. But yeah. But yeah, I can control my movement speed really nicely. Very gradual. I remember saying that it's not really much step, but it's fine. But yeah, Gyro would be really nice if you want to try playing shooter games. I haven't tried it, but this do have only on the Switch and PS mode, by the way. But for the most part. Oh, this is really awkward if I want to use this for this game, because I usually use my middle finger. Okay. Maybe I'm not going to play this game with this controller. Because, like, uh, of the stuff that I do require, like, shooting. Like that. And it requires more button. I mean, I could do it, but nah. Gotta be really hard for jumping. But yeah, control is really gradual, so that's nice. And I don't show much, but it's more than enough for me. That's the thing. Okay. Let's just move on to the next game. I didn't show the game, by the way. I just realized. God damn it. Well, let me restart the game. Some people really trying to convince Xbox to add a gyro sensor. Because the competitive shooter game on console is desperately needing it to, especially since the first party control doesn't have it. That's the thing. The thing is, they don't really have a first party feature for gyro for whatever reason. It's always a third party. And again, this do has Xbox mode with X input, but you cannot use gyro because of it. So it's kind of unfortunate. Okay, as you can see, I can move gradually like this, and then a bit faster. Without hitting the limiter, by the way. Oh, it finally start to hit the limiter. Just enough. But if you go too fast, it just stop. Which, I mean, when I play, I just go with this anyway. But it's nice if you want to adjust your aim a little bit. This is pretty good. Honestly, the gradual aim is much better than on the game, surprisingly. Yeah, I could really move like in like 3 kilometers per hour if I want, or 2, or even 1. It's so fine. Because on maximum, it just go 42, but I could slow it to 2 kilometers per hour. You can see it on the top right there. There is a the speed gauge there. Like, it's so good. Honestly, it's really good. I know the analog is actually pretty good, even with the calibration. So I do have my zero dead zone off. Zero dead zone on, it has drift by default because I cannot calibrate it. But again, my position for this L3 and R3 is using this, right? So it's kind of hard to press other button, like maybe try to shoot while mid-air, for example. Because you sometimes do it, especially if you're using flying build, for example. Or maybe like you try to use dash. This one is fine because you just press it once. Because when you hover, you hold to hover. It's not a toggle. But yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice, right? That's enough. So how about we go to a racing game? I think that's will decide whether I will try to use it on racing games or not in the future. Because what I'm really afraid right now, this travel distance is short. Like I already called this short before. This is even shorter. And in the past, I did do racing games with the Cyclone 2, by the way. The trigger, it's serviceable. Need more tension, in my opinion. Okay, where is my racing game? It's been a while. Tokyo Extreme Racer. Yeah, except, I know. But yeah, you can really graduate the movement. I really like that. I mean, some people probably say they don't need it. Some people would say they do need it. So, whichever you want to go for, yeah, why not? So, oh, why is it not playing? I already accepted. Why is it not press the play again automatically? Okay, well, that is starting. I'm going to prepare my other stuff. Is it good to use them on games like Star Wars or Make or Break? I mean, the D-pad is good, so on Star Wars, yes. On if you use analog, also yes. In fact, I will show you on Star Wars later. Make or Break, I don't play Make or Break right now, so cannot say much about that. Maybe I should give it a go again because last time it doesn't click with me. So yeah, I'm starting my stuff there. Do you think controller is better on Monster Hunter than keyboard before? Yeah. I mean, Monster Hunter was originally a console game, dude. If you think about it. Monster Hunter always has been a controller first game. Okay, let's just enter course immediately. Because same is the thing about racing games, especially in modern racing games. Let's go on here. On C1 loop. It's just like, yeah, like since PS2. It has been from since PS. It's been on PS2, PSP, and stuff. But yeah, okay. I need to move the camera a little bit here because I want you to see the gauge down there. Okay, Beta, please go away for now. Yeah, I had to make a new account if I want to play on mobile, by the way. They're not, oh, is it on default? Oh, it saved each prof. Oh, I didn't know this game actually saved each controller profile. Damn. Ah. Okay, let me do a quick change on ups. I think we should be fine. But look at the turbo gauge, the smaller circle here. I want you to focus here. If I don't do full throttle, I can put it properly. If I go full throttle, I just go full, right? But if I just go slow, the pressure gauge on the turbo is actually not go that high. See? This wasn't the case with the HKS controller back when I tested. Which is a bit unfortunate because I think the firm is also kind of bored. But yeah. I can do it nicely, but honestly... Oh, nah, I keep going for now. Honestly, the unfortunate thing is that while under pressure, like maybe I'm driving super fast like this, it's kind of hard to control my throttle properly sometimes, especially on the corner. I know this game is not exactly the best for like testing out the simulation driving sometimes, but it's still like, oh shit. I still need to feather the throttle sometimes. But that's just the game. But yeah, Greycard is pretty alright. It's playable. But I think it's better for playing action game because like it has a shorter throw compared to other controller on trigger. But yeah. You know, true racing enthusiasts would just jerry-rig RC control to PC. Or just buy a simulator equipment. That's an easier way to do it. Or you know, the hardest way to do it just create their own. Oh my god, I miss sim racing by the way. But yeah, simple, right? See? Yeah, the trigger is pretty good, but it's not gonna be helping enough because one, tension is kind of really light. Like super light. There is barely any tension. I mean, tension is exists, but you know, not to the point that it helps for keeping certain throttle level, for example. So you cannot really be sure sometimes during certain level of driving. Because you might lock up your brake, for example. Yeah, see? Then I tried on PC with keyboard, pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, again, it's Monster Hunter, it's a console first game. But yeah, let's just go back to the title. Go back to the main camera and actually show you that I could play Star Wars with this. But first, because I'm still on 2.4 GHz mode, I need to switch it to the Bluetooth mode because I already reconnected. By the way, if you want to pair it to a new phone, for example, this is the pairing button. This small circle here is the pairing button. Hold it until the light here is start blinking. Here, the light here start blinking, and just connect to the Bluetooth device of your choice. So I'm just gonna switch now. Does it pair? No. Give me a second. Okay, disconnected now. There you go. But here's the funny part. I did mention that the game doesn't, the controller doesn't really have proper clip, right? I did buy it because I didn't know that. So honestly, that's kind of annoying. The funny part though, I still could just clip it, but it's not gonna be as secure. Like so. There we go. See? Works just fine. Doesn't move much. And you're good to go. Also, by the way, 8BitDo has the best build for phone clip because it's just two prong. Like this. And you see, my button is close to the center, right? Watch. It doesn't touch any of the volume or power button. What a good design. But they kind of downgrade it because like they only have one hinge now. I do have the one from the 8BitDo Pro too. It used to have two hinge. Like so. So, yeah. Why? Why do you remove one of the hinge? I know it's probably from the structure, but come on. Okay, now I need to make it louder. So, at least you can hear some of the game a little bit. Okay, let's just go to the character and go into training mode. Who do I want to use? Let's go with 18, since I'm kind of familiar to her already. Yeah. You can control the analog again. It's really nice. They have engineered it, but it's really good. Because look, some phone doesn't really have this. It's such a specific problem. Like some phones usually have the power and volume button higher, and in my unfortunately for Vivo series, it's lower. So that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah. Well, okay, I cannot just go directly like this because the glare is gonna eat the screen alive. But yeah, pretty nice. You could move. But you cannot walk because this game doesn't have any walk animation. But one of the techniques that you could do, right, is you do step and jump. So I could do it fast. Like that, for example. To all we know we can do it like this with phone and controller. I know, right? All you have to do is connect it with Bluetooth these days. But yeah, pretty nice. I prefer playing this with D-pad, by the way, because direction is much easier, and again, you can do sidestep easier that way. Because you could use the analog, but why would you? It's not really showing well how to do things sometimes, but okay, some menus still you have to use touchscreen, but that's fine. Oh no. But now I could use some other button, for example. Oh, this one I don't have the thing locked to a new button, right? So now I could use the same button like this, for example. So I just put it on the shoulder button. Same thing on the other one. But yeah, it's really nice. It's not bad. It's been a while since I play Gundam versus games with controller. Because I have to zoom that with this. Basically just using the boost dash to cancel my animation. So I can fire again. Yeah. You don't need to use the charger port if I'm not sure how all the controllers connect to phone. Yeah. Oh, there is sometimes just the game just keep moving because it just still with the input. That happens. Because it doesn't normally do that when I test it on other games earlier, right? But it is what it is. And again, something like that. It's really nice. And again, oh, by the way, if you're planning to think to move from this to PC, you cannot do that. It's not about safe. Just remember that. But that aside, yeah, very playable. I can have the guard button. This one is, I think, command button. So you can message your teammate, etc., etc. I still can do the dashing with this, but double tapping analog is never easier than this. So yeah, what I added before I can buy Steam Deck. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, if you're on PC, you can just log in and it should still transfer between Steam account. It's just not going to transfer from phone to Steam or Steam to phone. Maybe they add it some days, I don't know. But yeah. So overall, control is actually pretty good, even for a cost cut version of the Ultimate 2 wireless, right? But again, if you want a complete feature that you can get upgrades, something here and there, like maybe get the dock, for example, for it, or have a proper phone clip uh, slot for it, just get the Ultimate 2 wireless. But if you just need a controller that is good, in good quality, but nothing else, and doesn't need the gyro as well, this is your best option. This is your best option on the budget market. It's really good. I highly recommend it if you're just into budget. But then again, depending on your use, yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe I need to talk again. So overall, if you want a good controller on a budget price, this is actually a pretty good budget price. A good controller to bring around while traveling? Technically, yes, but honestly, probably there is a better option, like, actual phone controller. But since I want to use it on laptop as well, this is also a better option. Very casual in gaming, I think. That's fine, but that also means you probably want to try another feature, right? Honestly, if you want, again, if the option is given, if I want to rebuy it again, I would go for the Ultimate 2 wireless because, again, it feels more complete. Having a dock means like you don't need to worry to recharge your controller on your PC because like I never really actually manually recharge this. All I have to do is just put it on the dock because this came with a dock when you buy it. So I just put it back and it's just recharged on the dock while you do anything else. Which is, by the way, I kind of want to try to find a mouse that does that. And but again, for just playing honestly, this is enough. But yeah, have a lot being cut down. And to me, that just feels wrong. Is it possible to charge it from a power bank? You could, but I don't really recommend it to begin with, because like the power bank will just dangle, or just you need to place it somewhere. That it's really annoying, basically. And like again, if you're spending a lot of time on your PC, doesn't go anywhere as much. You can just buy the Ultimate 2 wireless, buy the dock, and then place it. I cannot preview it with this, but maybe in the future, if I get the Fantech EOS for review, I would show you what I mean. Or I could try showing it right now, but it's kind of messy if I want to pull off the dock from its place. So I don't want to do it right now. But yeah, I recommend it, but with caveat, basically. Because there is a better option. More expensive, obviously. But you can just place it and recharge it. That's a huge win, in my opinion. Because this one, if I run out of battery, I have to plug it in. And if I'm running out of battery in the wild for some reason, I either have to plug it in directly to the phone, which gonna drain the battery even faster while I'm already gaming, or into the power bank and have it dangling on my pocket with the cable. But then again, that's also the problem if you're going outside with the other controller with the dock, because like that's only work on your house. Or whenever you bring it. Because here's the more interesting part, by the way. Remember when I talked about that this Ultimate series has the case? Well, let me show you something. Where do I place this? There. So this case, this looks massive. This looks massive, right? Because this is built exactly for the 8BitDo Ultimate 2. Originally speaking, 8BitDo Ultimate. Okay, you can go out for now, game. Because I want to show something else. So, with the original design, I don't know if it's still work on the 2 version. You can place the dock inside, and then place your controller inside, while being docked, by the way. This small slot is open for the USB-C. So you can actually charge it while it's in the case without having to pull out the dock. And that's amazing in my opinion. Because the dock placement is perfectly sit right there. So you can just place it in there and it's charged. And then you can cover it as well. While this thing has the hole on the back connected to the dock to charge your controller. I know it sounds like a salesman, but I'm not gonna lie. This is a controller, so I might as well just talk about it more and try to sell it to people, I guess. Like with the sponsor me. I know I kinda criticize it a little bit, but you know. Maybe. But yeah. It's a good stuff. And obviously a bunch of downside, no gyro again with this Ultimate 2C. No back button because the 2 Ultimate also has a back button and have this. The funny part is the 2.4 GHz doesn't have this but do has the back button. When I check the site, like, what the hell? And Yeah, sounds more reasonable. But then again, if you lose the case, you kind of lose the dog too. Yeah, I mean, then again, that just means you're not really responsible with the case. Because, like, if at that point, because your dog is in there, your controller is in there, if you lose the case, you lose the entire thing. But honestly, that's, you know, such a specific situation. Don't you think? But yeah, the case is always good to protect your controller, obviously. I need to buy one for my Cyclone 2, really. Because I do want to use it as well outside sometimes when I play with friends. Especially when my friends bring a Switch. We do play Switch game from time to time together. Yeah. I guess that's about it. So, overall, good controller. Minus the bunch of stuff that might be needed. But it's more than enough for the most part. But if you're staying on in front of your screen, in front of your PC a lot more, I still suggest for the Ultimate 2 wireless because you have the dock that you can place it. Unfortunately, it's sold separately in this case, so yeah, another consideration, I guess, for that. But to me, it's a good option. But if you don't really like the layout or whatever, there is also another option. Obviously, there are still many other options out there. I mean, I do have the 8BitDo Pro 2 for playing with my friend on Switch. I do try to use this to play other games, but it's fine. And then obviously my main one is this one, the Cyclone 2, because I can switch to an actual button on this trigger instead of hair trigger. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Let me know what you think about this entire talk. It's been a while since I do this, and this is on the shorter end because like I try to limit the time for myself so it doesn't take too long. So yeah, let me know what you think about it. If you like the stream, if you enjoy it, feel free to press that like button. If you want to see more of my content, like maybe tomorrow, I will try to play Star Wars more with a controller. Because this whole time I've been using arcade stick. So yeah. And please do subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you get notified for everything that I do on my channel. What else? Yeah, tomorrow I'll play Star Wars with controller. That's the plan. I want to try it. It's been a while. So, what arcade stick? A custom one. It's kind of big. There is a whole video, a whole stream where I tried to wire it, by the way. It took 6 hours. But, when you play with arcade stick, holy. It's fun. But getting used to it at the beginning is gonna be the hardest part. Because, it's a whole different kind of controller, right? And they're kind of expensive. This is a project that is get upgraded over the years in total. So that is that. And yeah, the controller talk. It's always fun to talk about controllers. Oh yeah, Racing Arcade Box Controller 1. Oh my god, I remember playing Mario Kart 8 with my friend. Well, not with my friend, with my brother actually. And I used arcade stick and it felt so good. You should try kart games with arcade stick. It's really fun. Yeah. Gonna be really interesting. Maybe I'll either use the Gamster or this, depending what I feel like. FPS games, oh my god, FPS games is a no-go, really. It because arcade stick only has one joystick, not two. Well, my build is because I've seen someone that actually put an analog stick on their arcade stick. So yeah. Anyway, it's time for us to rest. It's almost midnight. You guys definitely should take some rest. I'll see you tomorrow with the arcade, not arcade stick, with the controller play on Star Wars. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. So yeah, game on living, buddy. Game on living. I got it backward, aren't I? Whatever. Yeah, I never got the Vtuber studio working after it. Oh well. Have a good one, everyone.